Hey everybody, Adam Savage in my cave with some shop infrastructure. This is a daunting one because everything that you see here is going to change in the next few hours. Hey, yeah, it's a lot. So I recently, actually I can take you over to it. I recently took delivery. This yellow cabinet, that is a fire safety solvent and paint storage cabinet from Justrite. They sent me a couple of these and I am going to install them and put all of my volatile compounds in them. It's about time. But in order to achieve that, they are going to go in here on the left side there where this workbench is. I never, ever, 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 ever really mess with that workbench. So it's time to pull everything out. All the paints, all the scales, all the gloves, all this, everything. It's a lot. It's a lot. This is one of those builds where I don't know how this is going to go. And what I mean is there's too many different things and too many different categories. And this is one of those shop infrastructure constructions that you can't do one like this piecemeal. You can't, you got to just get to a certain degree before you move to the next step. And once I start this is all that I'm doing. And I'm only here for like a couple of weeks before heading back out for 2 more weeks of travel. So I'm trying to maximize the amount of stuff I can get done here. And I got to get these cabinets cleared from the front because they're in the way of another thing that's coming. It's all a tile puzzle. So many tile puzzles. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up. I'm going to set you up on a time lapse. And I'm going to be moving stuff out here and staging it on the floor and then pulling out some of this infrastructure and then putting in the cabinets. I'm a little overwhelmed because these are difficult builds to embark upon. Sometimes you do this. Sometimes you go and do something like this and you end up with less room than you had before. The math says that I'm going to have all the storage I need plus a bit, but you know, reality could hold a different answer for me. Okay. So I think I'm going to set up the time lapse here, looking down this way so we can have everything sort of laying out on the floor. And we'll see how we go. Oh, it's so funny to see you after so long, girl. I won't leave you down. All right, so the first cabinet's in, and this place is an absolute just crap fight. This is an energy thing to be mindful of when you're doing a project like this, is that you got to realize that halfway through it's not going to feel like you're making any progress at all. But I'm going to try and get all the contents of these chemicals into this cabinet so I can get rid of that shelf. And then I got to take out the whole spray paint cabinet and all the tape so I can get the spray paint in the next cabinet. And hopefully that leaves me with a little extra room for the other stuff. All right. Things are happening. I think this shelf here is going to leave here and go over here. I think this shelf gets cut up and becomes excess storage for stuff here. And it ends up with a little more real estate here, which may be this shelf is going to live right here. Yeah. Then I got a whole bunch more room up there on top. Yeah, it's going really well. There's so many things. So many things. But progress is being made, and this space is becoming more useful by the minute. Because right now it feels not amazing. And let's just talk about why the not amazing. The not amazing is specifically because every other surface is by definition covered. So here are some of the things which will get more ready access. Once I'm finished with this, and this shelf is replaced with this one, and it's more solid, then my scales can all live at like a scale level. That's really great. And keep their power supplies together. All my casting supplies can end up on the bottom, probably 2 shelves of the second cabinet. It's great. And then all of my sundry storage here ends up being over here, ends up being like all my straws and pipe cleaners and Q-tips and stir sticks and all of that, plus all the other stuff I need ready access to. This is great. It's going to be a much more usable. Oh, also all the cups. This is the thing I've been dealing with for a long time is I leave all my cups here on the sink, and it's a dumb way to do it. It's dumb. It's not dumb. It's just, it doesn't serve me because I'm always like beating back cups and they're all falling in and then they're going back out. And then I bought some crappy cups, which makes me sad because I got to use them all. It's like the thrifty part of me doesn't want to throw them out even though they're shite. Okay, I've complained enough. It's the end of the day. It's 4:03. I'm going to go and start helping Mrs. Don't Try This get ready for dinner. The kids are coming over, but I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We have removed all the spray paint and all the tape and the spray paint from these racks. Spray paint is down there. Look at that. And tape is all there. Time to pull all of this before I bring in the other yellow rack. That's the next step. And then I can start to repopulate it. What's that? Oh, that's a Donald Trump pinata. Okay. All right. Here is, let's see. Yeah, here we go. So this shelf, which formerly housed all the spray paint, has now moved over here where my crappy shelf was. And this will house all of my expendables, gloves, Q-tips, tinfoil, talc, petrolatum, all the various things. And then the second cabinet comes in here, which I think is almost the next thing. And then once that's up, I can get to putting the tape shelf back. This shelf unit, I think I'm not going to kill it entirely because I could use it up top here, but we'll see how much I can use it up top once I have the second paint cabinet in. The second paint cabinet has to be the next thing because it's a big Magilla. Yep. All right. Yeah. Now let's see what I can do here. Gah! I thought I was filming and it didn't take. Weirdly, I double checked it and I thought I was filming, but it didn't take. So spray paints have now populated this cabinet, which is spectacular. They take up a lot less wall space. Look at this, 2 cabinets together. It's like I'm an adult. So next steps are tape shelf comes back here. I think it's actually going to go lower than it was. Then I'm going to cut up. Oh God, look at all this. I'm going to cut up this guy here and he's going to go up top here, probably in 2 shelves for the deeper storage sundries. And I got some colored spray paint to put in and yeah, we're doing really, I don't know why my watch is showing me a PDF, but we're doing really well here. All right, here we go. Oh, as you can imagine, there was a feverish rush at the end. The tape is back, and so is my vacuum chamber. Oh, and the Justrite cabinets, they are in. And they are just right. We've got all of our solvents and shellacs, paints, chemicals. All the spray paint. All the spray paint. Oh yeah. Along with some of the other materials. Dude, I want to thank Justrite for setting me up with these. I feel like an adult now. And my whole area down here, dude, it's just fundamentally, radically different. This is much more usable. Now I've got all my cups up here instead of over here. This still needs a little bit of finessing. Yeah, it also needs a little finessing. There's too many categories. Oh, but, oh yeah. My sundries shelf is now far more useful. And the scales are in a better, they're living their best life. That's what the scales are doing. It's also, frankly, there's another real reason to do shop infrastructure like this is that it's a great way to keep in touch with your shop about what you have and why. Yeah. That's the really cool part is I now have a mental picture of everything that was here and why it's there and a lot of stuff found its lost brethren. Yeah, like that. In the end, I was able to execute this with some help from my assistant in a day and a half. I'm feeling very good about that timeline. I didn't want it to suck up a lot of time. I only have a couple weeks here before I go traveling again. I got some stuff to make, got some stuff to film, and I'm going to get to it. Thank you, folks, for joining me for this. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Such a great color of yellow. I'll see you all next time. Cheers.
Thank you so much for watching that video. I've got a merch pitch for you. I'm going to keep it really quick. We have a brand new Demerit Patch 5-pack at tested-store.com. And these are the 5 you can get if you buy it right now. You've got the I hung it off level patch, the I built the chair upside down patch, the I stuck the duct tape to itself. Oh, my personal favorite. I hit my thumb with the hammer and I stuck a stapler in my thumb. Get yours now, tested-store.com.